Well, everybody, hi. My name is.
You're going to keep seeing
stuff coming through right now.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Mike Sweeting. I'm chairing the show and tell. Please bear with us. Obviously, it's the first one. We've really been helped by Tom Paper, but in the midst of this, we really do enjoy just having you all together. We appreciate your participation. We appreciate the time and effort that the speakers put in it very much as well. And we've got some actually pretty key stuff coming through. So calling it a show and tell is a typical bit of understatement. The bios. You'll find that this whole event is curated. There will be a link to full biographies, full PowerPoint, extra material provided by the speakers, and that'll be held on the cloud, curated by Tom. So it's also being recorded with the kind permission of all 10 speakers. So again, that we can use this partly for IMCoS membership purposes and partly just to communicate love of maps through YouTube and so on. When I introduce people, I won't be introducing their subject, that's up to them, because otherwise I'm just taking time away from them. Instead, I'll be just saying one or two key things about the person rather than their presentation and a way that speaker should go. Timings, as I'm sure you're aware, it's quite a full program. So you'll be discovering Liliana's bell. Ting our bell, please. Oh, could you ting it again? That was fun.
You found it.
Oh, that was a weak ting.
Oh, was it weak?
Oh, very weak, yeah.
One more, Liliana.
One more. Okay, that's the kind of ting we need.
Okay. That's a certain amount of muscle power there.
But well, as Chief Tinger, I think you'll grow into the role. So at 5 minutes, each speaker will hear that bell, and they'll also be hearing it again at 9. After 9 minutes, I'll start looking rather sad, and that's the cue to genuinely try to finish. Questions. Obviously, with the numbers that are still coming in, questions are going to be a little bit of fun to handle. And we've basically said to speakers, if they want to take questions during their 10 minutes, that's fine. But they can't do 10 minutes and then have questions straight off. So if they've used up their allowance, the questions will have to go towards the end or put through the chat. I do recommend that. And again, people will be picking them up through the event so that you still get a chance to genuinely ask your question and get a genuine answer. And if the worst comes to the worst, I'm sure speakers would be happy to answer large amounts of questions by email or when we've finished. We're not obviously seeking to keep people to the end of every single question. So if you have to go, please feel absolutely free to do so. But hopefully we have something that's engaging enough for you want to continue. Now, because of that, we've also decided to have a break. So after the 5th presentation, there's going to be a 10-minute break. The reason for the break, very simply, is so that we can get our heads together, have a comfort break, as I believe they say in the northern part of the hemisphere, and also so that we can catch up with organising those questions. Muting, well, you already know about that. Muting has been controlled, but there'll be points where we will unmute to enable you to contribute back again. I think that's almost all that one has to say. Those who didn't hear at the beginning, this event is being recorded. It will be made available as a recording both on IMCoS's website and on YouTube, although do bear with us. But very rapidly, the curated version of today will be available through the link that Tom is providing.
In the chat, it's in the chat. You might want to.
Yeah. So if you look at the top of the chat, you will find that link has already been provided. So you can cut and paste it, or you can just go back to it later on. You'll find a great deal in there. This is for you, and thank you yet again to our speakers, who they've gone a long way beyond show and tell, haven't they? Some of it has been, unique information. Some of it has been new insight. All of it, I think, has been stimulating. I tried to get them all into 3 categories when John was hitting his stride, and I didn't quite manage it. But we've had Matt as persuasion, fly in the sky with us, or come and ski in Colorado, or actually look how holy Jerusalem is. We've had Matt's as narrative. That's more common, isn't it? But we actually took a deeper dive. How Napoleon would have seen St. Helena, how a Jewish immigrant will have seen an agricultural colony in Canada. Those would be examples of that as narrative. And lastly, maps to legitimize. And you couldn't get more extreme than to legitimize a sniper shot in Malta and a king's rule over the highways in medieval England. And so I feel we've really fulfilled our remit tonight of being as wide as we possibly could, as varied in terms of how things were presented, what was presented, and I trust that you all felt comfortable with that. We would love your feedback. We're going to send out various links to you over the next couple of days so that you can access the exhibition, use various resources that people have provided. That was the time where you all should have been asking questions. I like whoever's saying they can't wait till the next one. You get a plus from me. Oh, it's all nice. Okay, there aren't questions coming through at the moment. It's very nice remarks. So is that it, guys? I can see Tom about to drop.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our speakers and Liliana, Mike, and Katie. This has been a lot of fun.
People
it's
can
the other way
unmute themselves
round.
now.
Yeah.
And Valerie, we couldn't fit you into the welcome. Would you like to be the person who says goodbye to everybody?
I would like to say that I think that was absolutely fascinating from beginning to end. Everything.
Yes, thank you very much.
Wonderful. So thank you very much, everybody.
Yes, it was a group effort, wasn't it?
Yes.
Applaud yourselves, pat yourselves on the back. It was superb. Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
mapping.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for joining us.
Don't forget to stop the recording.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.